Today, we do a custom smart tune on the 24 Street Glide. Hi guys, Salty. Welcome back to the channel. Spring break was awesome. We were gone for a little bit, so no videos for a little while there. Went four-wheel with the kids. That was amazing. I think there's another expensive hobby in my future. Anyway, while we wait for the handlebars that we ordered for my 24 Street Glide to come in because they are way too damn low, I thought we'd do something interesting with the tuner. So you remember when I did the stage one, we put on the Harley Pro Street Tuner, the Screamin Eagle Pro Street Tuner, and we loaded a stage one bass map and we rode with it. Well, that's great. It's fine. It's a generic bass map and it says generically Screamin Eagle intake, generically Screamin Eagle exhaust, and we'll get you there. So I thought it'd be fun. It has a smart tune mode, which will theoretically record as you ride and then tweak and customize that bass map to more closely match what you actually have on the bike and how you ride the bike, which I think that's pretty neat. So couple caveats. The Screamin Eagle Pro Street Tuner is an EPA tuner. So you're never gonna get as much fuel and you're never gonna get as much power as you would with something like a Thunder Max because you are bound by the rules of the EPA. What it will do is it will get you out of that super lean condition, especially if you're running an intake and an exhaust on the stock bike with the stock tune, because it's just gonna run too lean and it's gonna run hot and it's gonna hurt stuff. Okay, so in the future, yeah, will I do a Thunder Max? Sure, but guess what? This is covered under warranty. Warranties are kind of cool, especially when you buy a new model bike, brand new, like kind of ground up design in the first year. I like having the warranty, so we're gonna roll with this for now. So we'll get set up and we'll show you what the next steps are. So here we are. Couple things that I like to do to start. I've got the bike hooked up to the Harley, the 5 amp battery tender. I just think that when I was doing the software update, that just works better. These bikes have a lot of computers and a lot of drain, and it's real sensitive. If the voltage drops too low, it doesn't want to do it. So I found that this thing kept up real nicely when I did the software update, so we're gonna run with that. So that's charged, showing green, showing full voltage. I've got inside of the side cover there, I'm not gonna pop it off, is the Pro Street Tuner. The dongle is still attached to the data port. If you want to see how to do that, link above to the video where we show you how to do it. It's dirt simple, man. You can do it. I've got the app open on my phone with all the options there. You can see tune, toolbox settings, etc. And you can see in the upper parts of not connected. So next what we're going to do is we're going to turn the bike to on, not start, just on, and we'll see how the dongle connects. So we'll do that right now. So you can hear everything firing up and should take a couple seconds for it to connect. I found this to be a little finicky with my particular bike, or just when I did this last time. So we go to tune, I'm gonna say connect to BCI. BCI is the thing in there, the dongle. That's it. Firmware update available. So guess what? We'll update the firmware and I'll get back to you after that. Okay, so that's done, software. So now we will rejoin our heroes again by turning the bike back on and attempting to connect the VCI again. Okay, so now it's showing that. So now what we gotta do is first, make sure, yep, 24 FLHX Touring. Make sure we're standard. I don't have wideband installed. And stage one. So now what we're going to do is program with Smart Tune. Okay, please confirm sport mode is enabled before programming. So that's cool. So I have it in sport mode now. Didn't expect that. To populate the largest part of the tuning table. Okay, we are in sport mode. You can see that because we've got the red S. All right, we continue. Keep your phone near bike. Direct line side recommended. Bluetooth connection is broken during reflash process. Permanent damage can occur. Make sure you're good. I am. Turn off radio. It is. I have a 16 to 19 inch front wheel. Okay, rider safety enhancements will be disabled during record mode for Smart Tune data collection. Fault codes will be present and active during record mode for ECM and ABS, so that's something important. When your custom calibration is finished, it must be installed using the program motorcycle to re-enable rider safety enhancements. Okay. Okay, waiting for... Please turn the ignition off and back on again, but do not start the engine. So now I wait for it to connect again. See why you put the... You see now why you put the tender on there, because this thing power cycles quite a bit. Okay, we're connected. We're going to program motorcycle. Adaptive fuel will be reset to 100%. Programming. Things are spinning, things are doing, things are happening. Programming in process. Programming in process.
2 hours later.
All right. The thing is doing the thing. So the next step will be, once we get this done, is we'll go riding. Remember, it told us that we're not going to have... I don't think ABS is going to work, and we're not going to have some of the rider mode, so obviously not a great idea for a track day thing. But I'm going to go around and ride for about half an hour, 40 minutes. I'm going to do a bunch of different things, some freeways, some backcountry roads, and some kind of in-town stuff to see what we're doing and see where we're at. I don't think I'm going to need to do a huge amount of recordings. I think for starters, if I do one big recording, that'll be good for now, because I don't think it's going to make a whole lot of difference, if I'm honest, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see what we get. So programming ECM calibration from BCI. Bike just made a noise. I'm seeing error codes, which it said. Okay, programming complete. It is now in there. So before, we must turn off the run stop switch and wait 20 seconds. So I won't make you wait for 20 seconds. What I'll do now is I will go to the next step and we'll get you back. Okay, so the magic of television, 20 seconds has passed. And we're gonna put everything back on and see what she does. All right, continue. It is time to make recordings. Okay, so this is the part where we're gonna start the bike up, get geared up, and then we'll make a recording, and we come back, we'll show you what happened. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, we're back from the ride. Went well. So now we've gotten to this step. I shut the bike off, I saved the tune, so the recording. I'll show you screenshots of what that all looked like. It was just tough to do it while riding. Shut the bike off, and now we're at this step to put the new calibration on. So, the engine's off, turn the ignition on before proceeding. So we're gonna turn the switch on. So we turn it back on, and I've got it back hooked up to the tender, so we can do that. So we're gonna hit continue now. Choose recording set. So that's the only one we have. I call it data ride because I'm a nerd. So we're gonna bubble that guy. We're gonna hit create calibration. So now it's gonna do some stuff. It's gonna talk to the cloud. It's gonna bebop around, and it's gonna figure out what changed. So I'll show you pictures of it, but when we were riding, it had a grid of squares, and those squares were filled in based on throttle position and RPM. And then we'll show you what that looked like in a minute. So here you can see for both cylinders, the blue is the part of the map that's going to change. Yeah? So we're going to sit there and say yes. So we're going to save this calibration, created today, and we're going to program motorcycle. And we'll see what that does. All right, so now we're at the getting ready to program with the final calibration. So we got to turn this motorcycle off and then on. And then it should do the same programming as before, and we'll let you know what that looks like when it's done. So now we're at the moment of truth, and we're programming. So you can see it's doing the same stuff as before. And those blue cells on that chart were parts of the fueling map that it changed based on the recording. So it zapped that up to the cloud, and it figured out what parts could be tweaked, created those tweaks for both forward and rear cylinder, and now it's uploading that to the bike. So it's going to download it and then program the bike, and then we should be good. So we'll let you know how that finishes up. Okay, kids, programming complete. So now we got to shut everything off for 20 seconds and then turn it back on. So now that that's all done with, we're going to let it do its thing, connect up again. It says connected, and we're going to close. So we'll hit close. Congratulations, your bike is tuned. Of note, all the weird shit that was on the dash is gone. So obviously you're still gonna see your traction control flashing because you're under 10 miles an hour, but the code went away, and the weird stuff that went on, it even showed tipped at one point while I was doing its flash, but it's good. So I might take a quick putt and see how it goes, and then we'll wrap this up. So we're back from the test ride. Was it mind-blowing? No, it wasn't mind-blowing, but one, when you were out doing the recording, it did feel the bike felt a little off, which they warned you. They said it's not gonna run right necessarily, it just felt a little weird. That was fine. But once that new map was loaded, man, it was smooth. It was very smooth in both sport and cruise mode. I didn't try rain mode, but I'm assuming it'd be fine there too. So yeah, my thoughts. It probably dialed in. I mean, you saw the blue on the previous there. You saw those blue areas. Every one of those little cells of potential fuel map lookup table, it tweaked a little bit. So now I feel like it's probably a little more dialed. Like, did you have 10% with your ECM? Sure you did. Does that mean that you're probably fine with the base map? Absolutely. You do not have to do this. But now it's dialed for the exact airflow and fuel mixture for this setup that I have on this bike, within reason, obviously EPA. And it's doing great stuff. So I liked it. It rode very smoothly. It felt real good. There was a titchy bit of roughness, I think, in there that it took out. So now the fuel map is dialed. Relatively easy to do, pretty straightforward. If you have the Screamin' Eagle tuner anyway, you may as well. Am I gonna do a stage 2 with this? Probably not with Harley. I don't know that I wanna go all Screamin' Eagle. I think there are other cams out there, but I'm gonna enjoy my warranty for a while because this bike kind of scoots. I'm pretty happy with where it's dialed for performance right now. So next step will be fixing, the bars. They are bad. But I got bars on order, so that's good. We'll get that done as soon as they come in. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. Great time. Little quick install video for you there. Should be, if you have it, I recommend doing it. It doesn't hurt you. It takes an afternoon of riding and you're good. So thanks for sticking around. If you would like to give me a thumbs up for this video, that would be fantastic. If you'd like to subscribe, that would be even better. And if not, hey, thanks for dropping by. So until next time, Salty Flyer, see you guys out there on the road. Keep the shiny side up. Have fun. Springtime's here. We're getting out on the road. So just be safe and do good things there. Peace.